What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here with his fucking trusted Cato for another fun-filled episode of the Church of What's Happening Now, new edition. It's Tuesday, the 14th of October. Are you kidding me? Or what? Wednesday, it'll be halftime already, and that puts you at 2 months from Christmas.
Halftime what?
Halftime of October.
Oh.
The 15th. What the fuck do you think I'm talking about? Halftime.
I have no idea.
And the 15th is also the anniversary of my fucking savior. When I walked in the door, my wife told me she wanted to get separated and divorced. That's what the anniversary is, October 15th. 35 years ago, that bitch cut me loose. Thank God.
Do you write these dates down?
Yeah. Just to see what the fuck I am every year at this time.
Yeah, but how do you remember, like, from 30 years ago?
I remember all the crucial fucking dates, okay? I remember all the important dates, sentencings, shit like that. Just so you know where you're at. If you don't know, if you don't know your past, you're not going to know your future.
Right, I understand that, but from 40, like now would be easy. Like now you could put it on your calendar if you really wanted to remember it. But in 19 whatever, 90 whatever, that you guys broke up.
Can you imagine wanting to do something so fucking bad? Like for 3 months, this is all you think about. Like, how am I going to do stand-up comedy? How am I going to do? This came out of left field when I walked in that afternoon for lunch at 2 in the afternoon, and she was waiting for me. And she just pulled up a paper like, what's this? I go, it's a student loan I took out, but look at the bottom. It says paid. What's the problem? Well, you never told me about it. A relationship done. Good. What do you want me to tell you? It's paid. That's it. It's over. Done.
Right.
No, I don't think this is going to work. Well, fuck. When she told me that, it was like, you ever hit like the Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune. And you see all these trips and vacations and exotic blowjobs. And then you win like 300. You're like, what the fuck? You know what
exotic blowjobs.
Yeah, exotic blowjobs and shit like that. So that's why I'll never forget that date.
I guess.
Because it was the luckiest day of my fucking life.
Do you play like the lottery every year? Do you do anything? No,
I hit the lottery when she fucking told me to get out. What the fuck? There's a difference between winning the lottery and living the lottery.
Right.
Big fucking difference, man. And you have to know which one you're doing, whether you're living the lottery or you're fucking winning the lottery. We didn't win shit. We earned the lottery. I didn't win nothing. Nobody knocked on my door and said, hey, this is what you get. Nobody did shit. They just fucking...
You took advantage of the opportunity.
That's it. But before we get started, let's do some ads and let's get this episode because we got a lot to talk about. So we want to get this shit out of the way. We're going to talk to you about probiotics today. What else are we going to talk to them about? A couple things. But we'll be back in 2. We're back, bitches. All right. We're going to talk about something real quick. We were talking when I got here today, and it reminded me of something. And it's what's going on in the world, what's been happening since I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, a teacher told me in high school one time, we were talking about drugs. Okay? They were talking about drugs in like a social studies class. I still remember the teacher. And he said that the reason, he goes, yeah, you people think Colombia's sending the drugs in here. It's not the Colombians. It's everybody who's against the United States. It's China, it's fucking Russia, you know, all this shit. And at the end of the day, it's to weaken us. So when they come over to take over, all they got to do is throw a bag of Coke at us. We'll grab the bag of Coke, and that's it. That's I don't know if you people know that. That's a common fucking thing. Right now, if somebody wanted to take over us, we'd be so easy as a country. And it's not because we're divided. It's not because we're politically whatever. It's because we've become so stupid and so factuated with things that don't affect your life. And I don't know if you guys know this. It bothers me to no end. I love waking up in the morning. I love it. Smoking dope and going on the internet and seeing a bunch of people talking about shit early in the morning that doesn't affect their lives at all, doesn't put a dime in your pocket, and doesn't change your life at any level at all. And I love to see when people get fired up for no reason. I'll tell you what I really love is when I go somewhere and they think that's what you want to talk about. Like when it becomes that. Like, so what do you guys think about the Bad Bunny thing? Nothing. There's nothing to think about. But it's really fucking sad that 2 weeks later, I'm still reading about things that Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. It's a fucking game, okay? I don't know any of you people. I don't know any of you guys in this room. I could look myself in the mirror on a stack of fucking Bibles with Jesus sitting next to me. I have never watched the Super Bowl to see who the musical fucking guest is. I don't care if it's Prince, Michael Jackson, Snoop Dogg. I could give a fuck because it's a medley of songs. It's 8 minutes and they gotta do, Paul McCartney. I don't want to hear Get Back. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't want to hear that shit no more. And the reason why people are bad at Bad Bunny is because the bad fucking last 5 fucking Super Bowls didn't agree with you, the musical guest. And you couldn't say nothing. They couldn't say nothing because that makes you a fucking racist, okay? But now, since he don't even speak English. Who gives a fuck? You're watching a game. You're betting the game. You're trying to get a blowjob from some chick at a fucking bar, and you're worried about Bad Bunny. Well, Bad Bunny. And then the things that people were saying, like...
What are they mad? I got to be honest.
Oh, my God. Like, Marky Wahlberg, go back. Here's an idiot that gets up at 4 a.m. every day and makes believe he's a Catholic with all this shit, Get prayed up, What the fuck? That's the biggest bullshit in the world when you got to go on the internet. Get prayed up, Like, I'm going to respect you more because you're a fucking piece of shit Catholic. I don't understand these people. I'm a Catholic, but I'm not a piece of shit Catholic.
Right.
When I was doing bad shit, I didn't go to church. I didn't make believe. I didn't do this shit. And I would never sit in the fucking front and make believe I'm a saint. I sit in the back with the fucking sinners. It's like when you go to a Jew funeral. When you go to a Jew fucking, when you go to a cemetery.
Right.
I don't want to be buried up front with the nice people. Bury me in the back with the Catholics that committed suicide. And the Jews who put a tattoo on that didn't listen. They didn't listen. They didn't listen. I'm not even Jewish, and I won't get a tattoo because of what happens. I'm not even fucking Jewish, but I know. I know. But anyway, I don't want to get people started on the Jewish thing because then they'll... But it's the truth. Where we're at. 2 weeks now, people are angry about a performer in the Super Bowl. You have to ask yourself. But the good thing about this, what happened to the Epstein list? It's gone. Because everybody's worried about the fucking... This is all they do to you. It's a fucking mental game that you idiots go in and out of every fucking day. It's something else. And if you just focused on your life and your family, it would be so much easier. Like, I'm going to tell you guys something now that I'm ashamed to tell you, and I'll tell you. I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was when he got shot. When he got shot, my wife told me Charlie Kirk got... Charlie Kirk is some dude in the fucking corner of me. I don't even know who Charlie Kirk was.
Right.
I'm not ashamed to tell you that because I don't have time. I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry that he's dead and all that, but you guys know what I'm saying. I don't have time.
But it's not even that you don't...
I'm so busy in my life.
Right.
And focused on what we're trying to do and on a daily basis. And I look at my daughter and I look at us and what needs to be done. What needs to be fucking done? Not Charlie Kirk. Not fucking the Super Bowl. Not anything. Not anything. I don't understand how people who bitch all day about the price of eggs and, this and the economy and this and that. Well, then focus on it.
Yeah, but that's not fun. It's way more fun to get likes on Facebook.
What's more fun? Hanging out with your buddies. That's Super Bowl. It's a debacle. Who gives a fuck? He's singing Spanish? Lower it.
Is that really what they're upset about?
They're upset about anything that, but who do you want? Who do you want? I mean, because of Black Lives Matter now every year, we got to put on hip-hop. And that's the truth. Now, that's the truth, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say it. We got to pander to everybody. The only guy that should have been at the Super Bowl this year should have been a country guy. That's who should have been at the Super Bowl this year. Chris Stapleton and Dua Lipa or something like that. Somebody new. But America doesn't need to see that shit. Whether it's Snoop Dogg doing the Crip Walk, how does that change your fucking life?
50 Cent hanging upside down.
Yeah, hanging upside down. Pink. Her aerobic. She's a singer.
I have to be honest.
If you want to do aerobics and join Circus du Soleil, I don't want to see that. I want to see you play music, but that's not the fucking point. The point is that we're so concerned with things that aren't even on our fucking radar.
Because there's so much free time.
Who has free time
All these people
to
who are
jerk
upset
off
about
on this shit?
everybody.
Who has the free time?
And it's only going to get worse because when AI takes over, it's going to be nothing but people with time to be upset online. Because that's all I was thinking about when you were talking about this is you've talked for years about, when you're doing stand up or whatever, you just don't. I had zero idea they were upset about the halftime show. I didn't even know that was the thing.
Zero. I went to eat dinner the other night and I heard the bartender ask some people. And I go, even on a fucking Thursday night, this fucking knucklehead. And people were like, oh, well, they had like a 30-minute conversation. And I'm like, this is fucking sad. Meanwhile, there's a hot chick at the bar with her pussy on fire, and nobody's paying attention to her. It's been, and for a guy like me, it's very hard because I've lived my life not giving a fuck.
Right.
Not even listening to what you have to say. I really could care less. When people call you with, like from 8 to 4, you're doing business. Even when I'm in the gym, I'm thinking about who I got to call. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when I get up in the morning, there's a window and I do my writing and you go on the internet, whatever, you read, whatever the fuck. But after that, everything I'm doing is preparing for my day. Like I get mad at my wife. When I go in the shower, I don't want nobody in the bathroom. Don't be in there finishing up your hair. My wife has a problem that if I tell her I'm going to go take a shower, all of a sudden she needs to go in that shower. And I'll tell her, get the fuck out. I love my wife, 25 years, I respect her. But she doesn't understand. When I walk into that shower, I'm thinking. I'm not thinking, so what are you going to do? Where's the brush? I don't fucking know. I'm worried about how we're going to pay bills this month. Okay, I don't know so on that morning, that shower, I don't talk to nobody. Once Mercy leaves, there's nothing to talk about. I walk upstairs, and in that shower, in that 20 minutes, after I scrub my asshole and my balls and shampoo and brush my teeth, I sit there, and I think about my day, and I think, we were talking about a situation I had with my wife. That happened Friday. I thought about it for 3 days, because usually, I'm from North Bergen, I go down there with a stick. I hit the guy. Do you follow me? So as I got older, after tranquilo, you have to think about things before you attack them. And that's on any level. And this is something that comes with age and wisdom. This wasn't me at 30. Because I know I'm an idiot, and I'll go down there and end up in jail. On the text, he said, I'm calling the police. What would happen if I showed up down there? You know what I'm saying? So I have to think about things. But it took me 3 fucking days, and then I ran it through a very close friend of mine that's also friends with him to make sure. And that's the world.
But that's not the world.
Have you ever ran to social media to post something, and then you realize you posted the wrong thing and then get the facts?
Dude.
Why fucking post? Why post anything? Look at my Twitter and my Instagram the last 5 years. I don't post much. Nor do I want to.
I got in trouble for liking a post. I don't want to bring it back up, but one of our friends posted something before we had all the information. I just liked it because I thought it was funny. I got messages that just because I liked it, I should get off the podcast.
Those people should get a life. And that's the problem you have there. That's the problem you have, that nobody has a fucking life anymore. You wouldn't worry about Epstein if you were getting your dick sucked. If you're sitting there every day and some chick is sucking your dick with ice cubes and whipped cream and shoving a finger up your ass, you got no time to worry about Epstein.
Right. Yeah.
You got no time to worry about nothing. You're just worried about that this chick better not have a cavity. She's going to give my pee hole a fucking cavity or something like that. You don't. When you're in love and you're fucking and you're having a good time, you're not thinking about this shit. I see people who have thrown their lives away, focused on something that it's not going to work.
Oh.
Whether it's a sports team. Like I had a dear friend of mine that complains about money. A couple of weeks ago, I called him up and I said, I have a show. Swing by, pick up an envelope. I got a game to watch.
Really?
Somebody else, I offered them a gig one night, and they told me it was their birthday. I can't call you no more.
I'd love to do a show on my birthday.
Can't call you no more because these are the same people. That bitch Right now, if half these people on the internet, I wouldn't be on the internet. I'd be fucking working 3. I know a girl that works 3 fucking jobs. I love this girl. She works 3 jobs. Ask her about Bad Bunny. Ask her about Epstein. 3 jobs. To better herself, to open up a fucking gym. She's putting away money. She works 92 hours a fucking week. Okay? And, ask her. She has a goal. I'm thinking of fucking just giving her money because that's what you do when you want something. That's want. That's want. Everything else, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That's want. My buddy who fucking lost $30,000 on the Super Bowl one year, he left his house at 5 a.m. and he got home at midnight every day for a year, and he paid off that fucking debt. That's life. Ask him about Bad Bunny or what was going on. All he was doing was smoking pot, lifting weights, and working. He got out of that debt. And on top of that, he ended up buying a $30,000 car 20 fucking years ago out of that debt. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't even try to tell me. Don't even fucking go there. Because you're focused on bullshit. You're focused on bullshit. Okay? When I did comedy, I didn't know what you were saying. I lost girlfriends because you do too much comedy. My family comes. You don't want to meet them. I didn't come here to meet your family. Once you cross that pander to either one of those markets, New York or L.A., I don't know what you're talking about. Especially if I moved here. Especially if I moved here. I came here for one thing. One thing and one thing only, to be a star. To try to get myself out of fucking being a loser, fucking North Bergen thief all my life. That's all I fucking knew. That's all I knew. I didn't know about anything else. I didn't know about concerts. I didn't know about what the Mets did. I don't know what the LA Rams did. I didn't give a fuck. And some people, to some human eye goes, you didn't have a life. I didn't want a life. Because not having things is no life.
What do you mean by that?
Not having things is no life. Not having the simple things is no life. But you want to go to fucking the Wingstop, whatever the fuck they go to, some.
Right.
What's harder? What would you rather? Think about mind fucks all day? Or at least when your roof collapses, you have the money and your fucking family doesn't have to go in the ruins for 6 months because your ruins collecting. But this guy too, the roof collapsed, but he was at a Who concert 3 weeks ago and he bought tickets for a fucking Hall of Fame thing. You have a wife and a kid. It's over. It's over. Let it go. Let it go already. I could give a fuck about a concert, especially once I look at that price tag.
Oh.
I got a chance of making $200 at the dojo or spending $800 to hold hands. Look at this great show. Think about it. 2 people I called that from the dojo gigs. One person told me it was her birthday. The other guy told me there was a game on tonight. My favorite team is playing. He's my age. If you got a favorite team at 40, just kill yourself. If you're still wearing little hats and shirts, right there, just go down to fucking Edgewater and you could jump right off that thing with your Met hat or your Knicks shirt on or your Giant hat on or your Yankee hat. Whatever fucking, mind fuck you've been wasting. You ever read that book? That's my favorite book, and I read it every year. And as I'm reading it, I'm thinking about how much of a loser I am every year and how I got the Art of War, the War of Art. Yeah. Not the Sun Tzu one, but the other one.
Stephen Pressfield or something?
David Pressfield. It's all procrastination. I'll do that later. There ain't no later. There ain't no later. There ain't no later.
It feels like there is.
There ain't, because now I'm 62, and it went fast. It went fast. I'm happy I didn't say later. I'm very happy. A lot of things I didn't say later.
You're not sad you didn't go to Comic-Con and dress up? They were all around Every time I see him, I'm just like, I wish I could get Joey. Like, I need to get those glasses.
If I ever go to Comic-Con, it's to do this country a favor, and it's to get an M40 and shoot them all as they come out of there, to press a point, because that's the people who need to be shot as they come out of Comic-Con. With the suits on, and we went and got an autograph from my favorite Martian or something like that.
But even my favorite, like, they were walking around the city in the outfits.
And that's to tell you how weak New York City is. Weak.
Why? What would happen in the 80s?
I wish 5 Puerto Rican kids beat the fuck out of them and took their uniform and pissed on it. And that's the end of the uniforms.
It's pretty hard to justify.
Those are the kids that go first. They're the first ones that are gonna get shot in the ass and fucked in the ass. Comic-Con. We didn't go to Comic-Con. We went to get our dick sucked and to eat Quaaludes. That was our Comic-Con. Okay? That was our Comic-Con. And I'm very proud of that. I am very fucking proud of that. It's like for the last 5 fucking months. Every month we have a weed sponsor on here. Right? Like some fucking weed sponsor, okay? And it's always that Delta 9 and all that other creepy shit, you know? And I don't want them no more. I'll tell you why, because I don't want the clientele that's not doing the drugs that we do here. If you're not doing coke and heroin and fucking reefer, if you're doing like Delta 9s and smoking a vapor, go to somebody else's podcast. I don't even want you in my fucking energy anymore.
What would the ad read be for like cocaine? Like if you had to do an ad for cocaine?
Oh, like if we lived in Vancouver, listen, you're sitting there with a finger up your ass, it's time to get out. Blow your money. Tell your mother she sucks. Give her the fucking, tell her you want your early inheritance and start going to orgies, okay? Do something I didn't do. That's what I wish I would have done, gone to more orgies. I never went to an orgy. I never saw 18 people getting fucked at the same time. I never saw anything like that. That's the only thing I regret doing. But everything else, like, do you regret? No, not really. I did everything I wanted to do earlier. I went to the concerts I wanted to see. I saw concerts that will live in history forever. I don't need to go to these fucking concerts now to see these 80-year-olds dancing and wiggling and David Lee Roth with a pickle in his pocket like he's still got a dick with leather pants on at 72. Come on, man. Let it go with the blue hair and at one point, just be yourself.
But if you're going to an orgy, don't you have to like participate? Or are you going to be like standing
I'm
in the
going
corner?
to participate to get HIV. I'm going to get the whole the whole panel. What's that thing that these retarded kids are on the spectrum? I want to be on a disease spectrum. HIV, COVID, and herpes all mixed in one. You get a sore on your lip, a sore throat. It's fucking tremendous. I want them all. I want them all. You know what I'm saying?
That does sound like fun.
It does. It's fun. It's fun. I saw a guy hungover on TV, and I forgot how much fun it was when you're puking and you got a headache and you're popping aspirins.
You like that?
I haven't had one in 20 fucking years, but I wish I could have one. I wish I could just go do coke one night. Like, I'm 62. What's going to happen now? Nothing. I'm going to die. I can't breathe as it is. I can't breathe as it is. Any day now.
Put stuff up your nose now?
Any day I'm going to check into the hospital. Any fucking day now. Could be tomorrow morning I'm going to check in. I can't breathe. When you feel this way, you're like, fuck it. Bust out the cigarettes. Bust out the cocaine. Bust out the syringes. I don't have much time left. And that's what God is unfair, because he doesn't say, hey, now you got 5 years left. Now I'm really going to judge you. Because if God ever came down to me in a bush and said, you got 5 years left.
Right.
You're dying on your birthday when you're 68. Watch my smoke. Watch my smoke. Okay? Watch my smoke at 58. I'll go to the bank and take every penny I got out of there. You understand me? IRAs. I don't give a fuck about retiring. I never thought about retiring anyway, Terry. I will break that fucking IRA, go to the city, get myself one of those hotels where Tony Soprano went, the good ones, for as long as the money lasts. Like,
just call me when it runs out.
Call me when it runs out. There's like 32 grand there. At $3,000 a night, I think I'm here for 2 weeks. But I'm not going to make it anyway, okay? My goal is to die in your fucking hotel. I want to do coke. I want that thing when they put the basters up your ass. When they take ecstasy and heroin and mix it, they melt it and they bend over and you put it up your ass with a turkey baster and you get high for days. I'm doing it. Or I'm going to one of Eric's gay parties. I'm going to let a gay guy suck my dick with ice cubes in his mouth.
Well, what if it's so good you don't want to die now? Like, what if you find out you're gay?
If he plays a trick on me, then I'm going to be pissed.
What trick? Oh my God.
I think everybody in this life would like to know when God is giving you 3 years left.
Oh, that'd be
For
great.
you to make up your mind how you're going to go. If you want to go surrounded by family and people playing violins and shit, he was a good man. He had a good heart. Or if you want to go fucking with some fat black chick sitting on your face with a midget chick sucking your dick, some guy putting hot air into your asshole with a hot air balloon, anything different, I'm going to do, okay? If I know I got 3 years left.
But do you think you'd still have 3 years left?
Well, I think I got 3 years left right now.
No, I know that, but that's without the coke and the...
I just want to make it official. I don't want to go off the chain in front of my daughter if I'm not going to make it official.
That would be pretty fun. That'd be a fun way to go.
That's the way to go. That's the way. Listen, think about how you're supposed to live your life. Think if everything worked out the way it's supposed to and you put away like $800,000 and you were 60, you had no kids, no grandchildren, no wife. What would you want to do with that $800,000? You going to leave it to your retarded nephew?
No.
That's a fucking idiot anyway. He's never going to do nothing. What will you do if I told you were dying of cancer and you had a year left and you have $800,000 in the bank account and you don't give a fuck and all your credit cards are clean? That means you could use them all and tell them all to suck your dick because they can't tag them on to somebody once you're dead.
Right, yeah.
You're going to burn through that $800,000.
Well,
right?
if you have kids, so you have to have nobody.
Yeah, nobody. What were you? How do you want to die? In a boat?
Oh, boat would be fun.
Fuck that. You want to die in a plane crash while you're doing coke with the pilot and you're getting fucked in the front and the pilot's got his back turned to the fucking skies and she's a chick and she's jumping up on top of you and you're like, the plane's going to hit a building. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? We're going to hit the 9/11 building. Hit it again. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Think about all the things you do differently if you knew you had an expiration date and how we live so fucking careful as pussies. And that includes me. I'm the biggest fucking pussy in the world. I'm the biggest pussy in the world because I got scared. You know, I don't think I'll do coke again because I made a promise. But I wouldn't mind doing a line of heroin.
Heroin does, like, that's the one I think I'd like. Well, Molly I want to try, but Molly I want to try from not dying.
Again.
What?
Why play with the little drugs when you get the
I don't think
best?
Molly's a little drug.
Molly's a little drug compared with H. That's God's love. That's God's love. You know what I'm saying? When
but if I want to do it, I want to.
And you're sitting there like I saw a movie of a guy getting shot in 2 arms by heroin, and he was getting his dick sucked in the village. Louis Pinero, what's his name? Fucking the guy that wrote Cuba and his teddy bear. There's a movie about him, and there's a scene where he's got a syringe in each arm, and some chick is sucking his dick, and I'm like, man, that's the way to go. Like Jesus, like that, like getting your dick sucked with 2 syringes in your arms and a blowjob. That's what Jesus should have done. That's how I would have fucking gone out of this motherfucker.
A blowjob really does fix almost anything.
No, it makes everything a lot better.
Yeah.
You think about it. But not even, listen, we're being, you know, I'm getting silly here now, but it's the truth, man. We don't live, you know, we live so cautiously. And I'm the number one guy because I had a daughter that I live a little cautiously. Because that's the only thing that saved me the last couple of years. Because now in my mind, even if I did time, how much time am I going to really do? So if I'm going to blast you, I'm going to fucking blast you now. It's not going to be a punch to the head. I'm going to hit you with a table, and hopefully you're going to need psychological help in the past, squeezing the ball or something like that. Because when I go, I want to go.
I do. Do you have that? I've had, like, if everything goes to shit, I'm going to kill like 3 people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, love it. On the way out, just to go. Come here. Remember this? Bah.
Yeah.
Remember that time you fucking got cute? This is what you're getting now. But it's just so weird how if there was ever a time, like they're saying, like I was watching 60 Minutes last night. Anybody watch 60 Minutes last night?
No.
About that. A plane in New something, Boston, got hacked. Their little water department got hacked by the Chinese.
Damn.
And how the Chinese is going to start hacking little things to get to the big thing. And you're saying to yourself, and every day we're dealing with Chinese people, you know, whatever. But you have to say to yourself, this is the time to invade us. Like they're taking over our country with farmland. Mm-hmm. They're starting to buy a lot of farmland. Some of it is to grow fucking, they have us confused that they were bringing slaves over here and growing weed. Did you hear that?
I heard about that.
Did you hear up in Boston?
And then, well, yeah, in Maine. In Maine, they have a bunch of shit. And then, am I wrong? Did I hear that Cotter or whatever, where whoever gave us that plane is opening an Air Force base? Or is that like a fake? Yeah. Is that real?
I don't know.
How the fuck, dude? And then we were talking about stuff that doesn't matter. I haven't finished it yet, but have you seen that documentary on HBO Max about the Alabama prisons?
No.
That shit is fucking crazy. They just let guards kill people in there. And there's stuff that does matter that people don't want to talk about.
No, but they rather talk about Bad Bunny.
Right.
And how he's going to ruin this and ruin that. And it's just, I've been watching this for years. Listen, I'm going to be as honest as I can with you guys. I have a GED. I have no fucking family. You know, education is whatever I've learned on the street. I got a master's degree. But as far as what people talk about, I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know anything. Guys, it was all a joke till I did something with my life. Then it wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I talk to people now and they're stale or I feel bad for them because even I managed to do a little something, whether it doesn't matter to the world. I'm not talking about jokes or being funny. I did something else besides be a criminal. Besides rob people. I wanted to do something else. That was cool for a while. It's really cool to rob people, have a good time and take their drugs. But then you know, and that was cool for a while. But ever since I started getting, and I can't say success, because there's no success. Since I started becoming a productive member of society. What's a productive member of society? I pay my taxes. I don't give cops a hard time. I pick up litter. And you try to be as nice as you can to people. That's it. That's the bottom line of productive member of society. And I think I've done that. I think I've achieved that, if not anything else. Okay, which gives you in this country ugats. That means I don't deserve nothing because you're supposed to go that and above. We're supposed to serve our country. We're supposed to do something. I did none of those fucking things, okay? But for me to be able to get up in the morning and dictate my day is bad for everybody else. Because if I could do it, what the fuck were you thinking? What the fuck were you thinking? Not you, Lee.
No, I know you're not yelling at me.
You understand how I look at things? Like, what the fuck were you thinking? What were you thinking about?
I'm not sure if this is what you're talking, but to me, I think there's a lot of people. I think it's the trap of the day job. I think a lot of people don't, like you said, dictate your day. Most people, 90% of people in this country have 80% of their time is spoken for. Between work from 8 or 9 to 5, they have kids' activities, and then maybe Saturday you have to do errands, so maybe Sunday you get to watch. Like, most people in this world,
can you
they
fucking
have no
imagine?
control.
Like, I had a life that I worked Monday through Friday. Saturday, I watched my daughter, and Sunday, went to the in-laws' house. That was my life before comedy. Great life, if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But now, you want to do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You feel in your bones. When you wake up at 8 in the morning and they hit you with a problem, what's the first thing you say? It's okay, because in a month, I'm not going to be doing this no more. In 3 months, I'm not going to be doing this no more. So even while you had a day job, you were still thinking about your future. I admire that girl very much that I was talking to you about. She's maybe 26. She cuts hair. She personal trains. And then she teaches Pilates after she cuts hair at night.
Damn.
Because she wants to open up her own gym and Pilates, thing like that. But even at 26, she made a conscious decision that this is what I want to do. I could never do that. I was not that together at 26. I was just getting out of prison for some stupid shit. But even that in the back of your mind, you're digging a trench. But you're saying, you know what? I'm going to take this money and open up a taco place. I'm going to start with a cart and then move into a little room. And then from there, open up a restaurant. People not doing that no more.
And
people are stuck in a day job. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the word is stuck. How long does it take you to realize that you're stuck? And once you realize that, how long does it take you to go, I got to do something about this. This is not what I signed up for. When you look at the big picture of life, I'm not talking about me growing up in North Bergen and oh, well, you made it if you're at the MWA, whatever the MUA, or whatever the fuck, you know, like, you got a pension, and, you know, you got 3 weeks vacation, and that's what they sold you. They never sold me what was across that fucking river. Nobody did. Nobody ever sold me that was a world class for what I wanted. I wanted to be in entertainment. I thought I did at that age. I just didn't know what would have pushed me. Who knew? Nobody told you follow, so we get caught up in our own little direction. Like, let's say you grew up where Terry grew up. You ever go where Terry lived? You ever go where Terry grew up?
Yeah.
2 hours out of Nashville. It's farms. Guess what? Nobody gets out of there. Nobody gets out of there. What happened was when America started shitting on America and selling all their fucking, gave everything to fucking, you know, the Indians to do, that area really fell down, like Buffalo, like Cleveland, like Cincinnati, like that was the fucking American, you know, Pittsburgh steel,
Industry, yeah.
you know, industry. But then they took all that. So to be stuck in those towns right now is harder than it was when there was that industry, because at least you had something. You didn't have a lot of education. Your parents didn't come from much, but you're making $22 an hour in this fucking industry that's
You could support
mill.
a family.
Yeah, you could support a fucking family. But if you get stuck there now, you know, Terry got out of there and went to Memphis, which is no fucking and then from Memphis, she went to LA, you know, and you look at people's progressions. And I was progressing, but I was being I was just going from one place to another to be a loser there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're traveling.
why be a loser in North Bergen when I could be a loser in San Francisco for a few months and get chased by the cops there? Oh, I ran out of time there. Let me go to Seattle and be a loser now. You know, some people go to places with commitment, with something. I had nothing. I was just going there because the cops were looking for me here. The other day I bought sneakers at a Foot Locker.
Okay.
I went to the Menlo Park Mall. There was nothing to do. I was sore. I'd already worked out. And I go, you know what? I want to go to the Menlo Park Mall and see what they got. And I went to the Menlo Park Mall and I bought sneakers at Foot Locker. And I started talking to the black girl. She was cool as shit. And she's like, she's like, I can't believe you're a comedian and shit. You've been in movies. I go, but I worked at Foot Locker for 6 months. And she goes, what are you talking about? I could never see you working at Foot Locker. I worked at Foot Locker until I robbed the place.
I was going to say.
Dog, and I told her the story. I go, I had this job. Like, I couldn't find a job in Boulder. And I got these credit cards, and I was using them. And one day I applied at Foot Locker, and after I used the $20,000 in credit cards, Foot Locker actually called me one day. And they go, do you want a job? And I'm like, yeah. We started part-time. After like the first week, I sold like $10,000 of sneakers. They go, we'll keep you part-time, but you're going commission.
Nice.
And then I fucking loved it. I was just going into the cell. The other guys got high. There was a black guy. There was a white guy named Rich. I always loved Rich. He was my dog. And I was in there 3 months, 4 months, and finally one day some Chinese lady comes in with a bunch of kids, like 8 kids, and she leaves her bank withdrawal envelope sticking out of the purse. And I look at it, and the kids are trying on sneakers, and she's at the other place, and I just go, fuck it. And I take the envelope and put it in my pocket. She bought like $2,000 in sneakers for these 8 fucking Chinese kids. And all of a sudden, she can't find the money. I hid the money in a shoebox in the back because I knew this was going to get ugly. So this bitch left and came back with like 10 cops. And they cornered us all and they asked us questions. And everybody said the same thing. The store was fucking packed. If she came in here with an envelope, it must have fell out or somebody took it. She kept saying it was one of the staff members. And we're like, no, we weren't. But I took that motherfucker. Well,
I just have this image of you in the referee.
Oh, I had the
uniform.
referee suit with the fucking whistle. You know me, I'm a half a fruitcake. And fucking, while I'm talking to the cops, this one cop is looking at me. Keeps looking at me. I'm like, why is this motherfucker looking at me? And after they all left, this guy came back. And he goes, can I talk to you for a second? He goes, somebody's been using a credit card in this mall, and you fit the description. I go, I don't know what you're talking about. I work at Foot Locker. I don't even have a fucking credit card. And the guy's like, nah, we're working on the sizes now. If you know anything about this, do you want to talk about it? And I go, I don't know nothing. I work at a fucking Foot Locker part-time. That's all I know. And the guy kept bugging me. I'm sure that you, okay. Next day I went back in. This motherfucker came up again. This time with a detective. And he's like, we want you to tell us. They had no cameras back then.
Right.
That's the only thing that saved me. They had no cameras. So they were like, you fit the description. Do you want to go to a lineup? And I go, am I arrested? No. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to a fucking voluntary lineup. Go fuck yourself. I know my fucking rules, okay?
Why would you say yes to that?
Yeah, and then the guy came back the next day. Again. He's like, we want to talk to you. We're working on the sizes. You bought a lot of clothes. Whoever used this card bought a lot of clothes. I had suits. I had fucking pants.
You were wearing the pants?
Oh, I looked like a fucking model. I was buying so much. Dog, that credit card would never cancel. I would throw it away and then need something and go back 2 weeks later, take it out of the weeds and use it again. I'm like, oh my God, they still haven't canceled this thing. I was buying TVs, Scarface tapes.
And you kept all of it for yourself?
In my house, in a little room like a fucking Puerto Rican. I had everything in that room. Everybody else was living with one TV. I had a TV in there, stereo, fucking everything. And then that motherfucker came to my house one night. And he goes, hey, man, we're going to get a warrant and search your house and all this, but you can make this easier and you're coming with us. I'm like, I don't know how many times I got to tell you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But now you're starting to get on my nerves. So get the fuck off my balcony. And he got off his balcony. I knew the next day it was going to be heat. I ran downstairs and told my girlfriend, the cops are coming. I'm going to San Francisco. She goes, I'm coming with you.
Oh, my God.
I go to San Francisco.
Why would he give you the heads up?
Because he's an idiot. He thought I was going to fucking, he was an idiot. But here's what gets better. I leave for 6 months, and then I leave for a year. And I come back. And I'm driving one day on Boulder, and I didn't know that, you know those school signs that say you have to, with
Slow
the lights
down.
on, 20
Yeah.
miles? I didn't see it. And I got pulled over by a cop, and he gave me a ticket, and I had a warrant for like some ticket. And they took me in, and the guy found weed on my sock. And it was great. We had a conversation. I'm walking out. I saw the other cop. And he looked at me again. And he didn't say nothing, right? So fucking maybe, I don't know, 6 months later, I get in trouble for kidnapping that dude, and he's the head detective now. He got promoted to detective, but he never remembered. That idiot never fucking remembered. I was sitting in court with him going, when is this guy going to turn around and go, this is the guy that was wanted for credit cards in 1985, but he never. And every time I'd see him, he'd go, you look familiar.
No, I don't. You're like his great white whale. Like
He fucking hated me because there was two cops that I turned myself into. One of them I got along with. And then in time, I got along with the other guy. The other guy hated me so much, he even showed up at my disposition for my divorce.
For your wife or ex-wife?
For my wife, with her when she came with her husband. She showed up over there to say I was a creep and shit, and I just laid into him. I'm like, Your Honor, this guy couldn't arrest me if he wanted to. You know, like, I don't know, because even the judge asked him, what are you doing here? And then the judge was my sentencing judge. He was now in civil court. So when he came in, and then my wife started talking shit, the judge is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. 3 years ago, you were in here singing his praises.
Right.
That he sang your songs at dinner and shit. Now you're coming in here saying he's an animal? It ain't going to work. And you, Mr. Police Officer, you could take your fucking rhetoric out of here. And he fucking was furious. So when we left in the court hall, in the courtroom, I started saying shit to my wife. That's when I finally beat her. That the judge said to you, I'll give you, every time she doesn't give you the kid, she gets $1,000 contempt of court. And she started crying. So when I walked out of there, I started going off on her. How's it feel now, motherfucker? Doesn't feel too good, you fucking bitch. And the boyfriend kept turning around. I'm going, tell him how I used to put carrots in your ass and how you liked it. Dog, it was prime North Bergen. You don't want to piss us off at all because our mouth goes somewhere you've never seen it. She was crying. I'm like, tell him how I fucked you in the ass with carrots. And even the cop turned around. He's like, don't talk to her that way. Fuck you too. You got no jurisdiction here. Shut the fuck up. You're in a parking lot, motherfucker. And I kept yelling at her, how those carrots? It got to the point where he walked away from her. I was saying so much shit that her husband was walking away from her like, I don't know about these carrots.
You know, every time they see a carrot now, they think,
and then as we were getting close to the car, I go, she don't like big carrots. She likes the medium ones, John. And cut the tip off so you could put them in her ass easier. He was hot. She was crying, and she was like, press charges. And the cop's like, there's nothing I could do. And I'm like, that's right. How you like me now, motherfuckers? I got Bellapani. What was that judge's name? Bellapani. Judge Bellapani. There you go.
God bless him.
God fuck, he's dead and buried now. But that motherfucker, that's my boy, Judge Bellapani.
Do you think, because I was thinking about when you were talking about like being stuck somewhere, like the fact that you could have been stuck as a criminal, but like do you think the fact that like you went through like failure and hardship, like you're able to bounce back more than like someone who maybe had it, like things were going well, but then the first time they hit failure, it's too much for them and they stop? Like, do you think because you went through all that shit, like you were more used to it or like you were able to deal with it better?
With the failure?
Yeah.
When I got into comedy, I knew one thing. And this is when I'd done so many things at my age. And I was a loser at all, except stealing. And I could sell a little bit. I could sell cards, maybe I could sell on the phone. That's all I had going for myself. But I remembered making myself a promise when I got into stand-up comedy. I don't know if it was a promise or something, that if I was going to do this, I was going to do it the right way. I wasn't going to rush. I made that perfectly clear, that I had nothing but time, that I was a loser. I had no money. I had no car. I had no family. I had no apartment. I had no real estate. I had no bank account. I had a pager and whatever was in my pocket. But I said to myself, when I do this, I'm going to do this the right way. You know how many times I pulled up to the Comedy Store and there was 10 cases of Jack Daniels with the liquor store would just drop off? And you know how much those cases are?
A lot.
Never robbed them. That's something that I would have done if I didn't make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
That if I was going to do this correctly, I couldn't start doing comedy and for them saying, last time Joey was here, there was $200 missing. Last time Joe was here, the jewelry got robbed. Last time Joe was here, the cash register got robbed. I couldn't start that again. That was already my MO for years. I wasn't going to let that roll into comedy. If I wasn't good at comedy, that was one thing. That I'm not good at comedy. That I'm not good at comedy. But I wasn't going to let something that I found out years later, and the expression was, I'm not going to let my character, my shit character, ruin my destiny. So even though I'm a fucking degenerate junkie, I'm not going to let it get in the way of that. I'm going to shoot my whatever the fuck I shoot when I have nothing to do with that. And I'm lying to you there because at times the coke did cross my comedy career, but not to the amount you would have thought it. Like I would have thought the only time ever that it really got in my career was right before I quit. A year before I quit, the Improvs gave me a shot one night. I got into an argument with the guy that runs the Improvs. And the Improv, he goes, you want a shot, motherfucker? We'll give you a shot. So they gave me 2 headline nights in Ontario.
Wow.
Now Ontario's an hour 10 from where we lived in Hollywood. They gave me those 2 dates with the fucking thing that I was not going to have a problem and that I was going to do radio in the morning. Well, I drove all the way to fucking whatever the fuck.
Ontario.
I check into the hotel, because they never give you a room. They even gave me a fucking room. They're like, we don't want no problems. Just do the radio. Okay. I'm in my room. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, I got to get some powder in me. I drove right back to Hollywood.
Oh, no.
I drove an hour 10 to Hollywood, an hour 10 back. That put me back at 1 in the morning. And I got an 8 ball. I started doing coke till 6 in the morning. And fucking, I missed radio. And I sold like 20 tickets that night. And then they didn't want me to do radio Thursday. They were like, fuck it. You already blew the weekend, so.
Wow.
So I was in the shit list, man. And that's the shit I was doing at the end. But it wasn't like I was canceling shows because I was coked up. None of that stuff.
Did it take you a while to get back in with the Improvs?
Yeah. It took me a couple of years after that. That had to be 2006. And I probably didn't work an improv till like 2010.
Damn. And that's
It
like
was-
the big, for everyone, that's like that's like McDonald's or whatever. And
But
you
at the
wanna
time,
use.
there's 4 clubs. That's 8 weeks. That's 8 weeks of work
Just in California.
just in California. Never mind Houston, all the other shit. But yeah, it took them like 3 or 4 years for me to get back in their graces.
But the old you would have had the crime, the coke, all of it mixed together.
All
at
of
least
it.
you
All
like
of it. You never knew what's going to happen when he has a gig. I get into a fist fight, somebody get hit, a case of booze gets robbed. It was one of those things. And you know how old that gets with people? That's cute for a little while. For a little while, you're like, fucking Joey's a nut. Fucking guy robbed a case of beer, did this. Eric Rocha called me before.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me a story. He goes, I don't know if you remember this. Remember the time in Oxnard you worked all weekend? And the guy told you on Saturday night he was mailing you a check? I didn't remember that story. And I told the guy, you're not mailing it. You're going to give it to me tonight. And the guy's like, I don't care. I did my job. Go do yours. Figure it the fuck out. I got pissed. I was like, you better have my money. So I don't know what you got to do. Go in that other room and call whoever you got to call. I'm not leaving here till I have my money. And I called my agent. I'm like, I'm not leaving here. And they're like, Joey, they don't do it that way. I'm telling you how I fucking do it. I don't give a fuck how they do it. This is not unacceptable. This is unacceptable. I do a job for you, $13,000, and really, this is not acceptable.
But back in, how would have old Joe, like, would you have taken it in the coke crime days? Like, would you have just dealt with
I
it?
would have thrown him through a fucking wall.
Or that's
Like
also an option.
Like, how do you think I became friends with Gabriel and those guys? You heard what Gabriel and those guys said about me when I taped it. I almost drew that manager through a wall on St. Patty's Day. No, Valentine's Day, because he called me because I got $500 for you. And I went up there with my wife to eat. She was my girlfriend at the time, so I could take her out. And this motherfucker goes, I got a check for you. I go, no, you don't. It was like fucking when Chaz told him, now you can't leave. No, you don't have a check for me. You have cash for me. And the guy's like, I don't know what to tell you. I know what I'm going to tell you. Go get that fucking cash. Because I got coke on my mind. Okay? And I'm not leaving here without my fucking cash, or you're going to pay for the coke. And people will look at me and go, what the fuck? Yeah. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't. And I used to, and I loved one person's reaction to my life. And that was Rogan. Because I would say shit in front of Rogan, and Rogan would just shake his head. Motherfucker. I would go off in front of him.
To who?
To the managers, anybody.
When you were opening for him?
Oh, yeah, and Ari would have to pay me. I want my money tonight.
Ari didn't pay you.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
The other opener paid you? And he was just as poor as you were. Oh,
No, he had tons of money.
Oh, was
'Cause he
there
was booking
commercials then?
commercials and shit.
Oh, okay.
Kia commercials and shit. I'm like, somebody got to pay me. That's $750. It's a Saturday night. $750 is little to you. It's a lot to me.
Yeah.
And I need this money tonight. So
And now I would love to see them try to pay you with like Venmo or all that stuff. Like I constantly get paid. You know what was one of my favorites? A couple weeks ago, they did a bucket they were passing around. The guy came and gave me 5 singles. I was like, why even? Why even? I don't want this now. Like, he folded it up 5 singles.
speaking of a bucket, I did one of those shows once.
I've done a couple of them.
And I wasn't going to take the cut. I just put my hand in the bucket and took it. The guy goes, you left without getting paid. I know, I'll catch you next time. He didn't know I'd taken $250 out of the bucket. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to wait for your bucket.
Oh, that's the I hate that. The bucket. I did one in San Francisco that like they make you wait at the end of the show and like it's like you're paying. It's like you're the Santa at Christmas.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
There was a guy in San Diego, that idiot that's he thinks he's a big producer now. He used to run a show in San Diego. This is how crazy people get. He used to run a show in San Diego where old people get bussed in, and they would all live on donations and shit. And he would always bother me. How do I get into the Comedy Store? And then something happened. He got on a show about selling houses, and he thought he was fucking, And one day he called me. He's like, I really want you to be my show. Can you come to an audition? And I'm like, Sean, are you fucking retarded? Either you give me that or you don't.
An audition for a comedy show?
Like a fucking real estate show.
Oh,
one of those shows
Jesus.
where they flip houses.
I would love to see you flipping a house.
No, I'm not flipping a house. I'll steal the house. I'll rob the house. I ain't flipping no fucking house.
Oh, you could do a show about like squatters. You could go like set someone up for squatting
Listen,
at that.
I don't know anything about that. If I do a show, it's about getting my dick sucked or rolling joints. That's the only show I'm doing. I'm cutting lines or how to make free base. I don't want to do nothing no more, okay? Nothing.
How to make free base.
People don't even call me no more. I got auditions. I don't even get callbacks. And guess what? I don't even give a fuck. It's who I am now. I'm sick. What do I expect? The only thing I can depend on right now is us going and doing stand-up comedy. I love it again. I fucking love it.
That's awesome.
I love getting a bit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Once you get a bit and you can build on that bit and take your time, stand-up becomes a fucking paradise. I got a ton of shit lined up for next year, even fucking Netflix.
Nice, dude. And how long did it take? Because at the beginning, I don't think you ever hated it, but you didn't love it, I don't think.
After the pandemic, it was tough to love anything. You know? I was burnt out, Lee. I was fucking burnt out, man. And I didn't know it. Sometimes you don't even know what level you are. And I'm burnt out today still about some shit. Like, you just burnt out. I can't take chit-chatting. Like my agent called me, all right, Netflix, all right. So what do you want to do about a second show? Let's just book the first show. But they're going to, just get the first fucking show. End the story. I don't want to hear it. I don't have time for this shit. I'm going to die any day. I'm 62. I don't have time to go back and forth. Just fucking get the date, get the fucking deal, and then we'll worry about the second show. We're going to hold them off like there ain't no second show. And then it sells, then we pop the second show. So we take them off their fucking thing. But in our world, there's no second show.
Right.
You follow me? It's a fucking process. It's a fucking mental game for them. If we drop our pants right off the bat, then we got nothing. Why drop your pants? Play with them a little bit. You got one show.
Right.
We'll take it from there. Get the numbers right on that one show, and then there's a second show. But if the numbers ain't right, what are we talking about here? It's like when people call you up. So what are we going to do in December when we go to Florida? I don't know. I don't really fucking know. I'll tell you December 10th when we leave. I'll tell you. But for us to sit here for an hour and discuss, what if you break your leg? Now we're not going to Florida. Now we just wasted 2 hours on what we were going to do. Who gives a fuck? Go get your dick sucked. That's all you need to go. Go do it on stage. That's the 2 hours you had talking to me about nothing.
Right.
Nothing. So when people call you like, oh, so what are we going to do? I don't know. It's a week away. And right now, tomorrow is all we got. I don't know nothing about Thursday, nor do I want to know about anything.
Most people can't live their life like that. That is one of the nice parts about doing your own thing and doing.
Keep it simple.
It's easier said than done.
Keep it simple.
How do you keep things simple?
By taking the noise out that doesn't matter. And sometimes you have to do this. You ready, people at home? And it's a shitty way to think. But it works for the Jews.
Can't wait where this is.
And it's like, and this is exactly.
No bacon.
And you have to think this in your head all the time. This is what goes in your head all the time. All the fucking time. All the time. All the time. Ready? How is this putting money in my pocket? How is this conversation putting money in my pocket? How am I profiting from this? How is this making me better? That's the thing that's going on. When somebody's telling me about something I don't need to hear, that's what's in my head. How is this making you better? How is this going to work out for you? How? This conversation you're having, where is it going?
Nowhere.
It's like that guy that calls you every week. Okay, I got it together now, man. I'm not, after the third week, you're like, I don't want to hear it. You couldn't get it together if I gave it to you. You couldn't get it together if I gave it to you. You know, and that's the state of mind. How am I making fucking dough right now? How is this going to my fucking, how is this building on me? I'm at an age where I need a house. I need a car. I need clothes. What you're telling me doesn't do any of that shit. Doesn't do any of that shit. Nothing. And once you level it to that extreme, and it's a horrible way to live, but it'll get you to where you need to go quicker than your fucking stupid system. Because I'm not talking about you or anybody here. I'm talking about your stupid system doesn't work. You want it to work? This is the drive. When you wake up in the morning, how does this affect what my mission is?
Right. It's like, what would Jesus do? But
yeah, how does this affect my mission today? It doesn't. And talking about it doesn't. Doesn't. The only thing that talks about is how I'm going to make it happen today. When you listen, there was a time, and how I know this, when you're addicted to drugs, when you're addicted, George, when you had your little problem there for years, when you woke up in those mornings, what did you think about? Exactly. Did you think about pussy? No. Did you think about your mother or your grandmother? No. Did you think about how you're going to eat? No. And that's the school I came from, the addicted mind. So when you're addicted, why do we act like that? We're addicted to success. But we don't think like that. We don't think like that. We don't wake up in the morning, put our feet down and go, God, thank you for giving me a day. Who do I got to stab in the fucking eyeball to get to where I need to be in my life today? And that's a little,
over-exaggerated.
Over-exaggerated. What do I need to do today? Not tomorrow, not in the month. Today. That's going to profit me mentally, physically, spiritually. I don't care about Bad Bunny. I really don't care about the Epstein list. People got mad at me when I talked about vacations. Another thing, that everybody thinks they deserve a vacation. No, you don't deserve ugats. You deserve nothing in this life. We earn everything. You don't deserve dick. I don't want to hear about, I'm stressed out. You want to know stress? Stress are those fucking, don't even get me started. You know what I'm about to say. That's stress. What we make in our lives for stress and the excuses we give ourselves are bullshit.
But that word deserve is like, yeah, because no one deserves anything.
Nothing. The bluebird of happiness is not going to knock on your door and give you what you want. Very seldom does that. I was watching the show, that stupid show with the guy from Mad Men. He's got a really good show on Apple.
Oh, when he's a thief?
When he's a thief. And there's a breakdown in that. The woman breaks her life down in that. And it's very interesting to a woman's perspective. Mm-hmm. She goes, I had to let that guy lay on top of me every night for 10 years and do what he wanted with me. I deserved something when he died, like her perspective of shit.
Right.
But it's just so weird how I see more people losing it on a daily basis. Like you cannot, and it's like Josh Wolf was here a couple months ago, and we talked about that time in Hollywood. That time was very special in my life because nobody had anything, including Ralphie May. Nobody had anything. It was 6 or 7 guys trying to make it, and nobody had the answer. But it was one of the most interesting times because we made it. But our whole life at that time, Ralphie May didn't talk to me about sports or girls or Epstein's list. All we talked about was stand-up in those days. It was like a mini fucking camp because everybody I dealt with was in that world. I didn't deal, unless my coke dealer or something. Everybody I dealt with was in that comedy world.
Right.
So it helped you. You were surrounded with it. Nick and I were talking about a friend of ours, a girl. It's not that she's a loser or that she's an idiot or that she's a fucking dickhead. It's that she's had shit people around her all her life. And she doesn't even know what's real anymore. She doesn't even know what a good relationship is, what a good man is anymore, nothing. Because she surrounded herself with shit from time to time to time to time. This guy cheated on her with a hooker. The guy before was 10 years younger than her and got her pregnant, a Muslim. It's like you're not helping your life.
What is the thing you bring it up a lot? What, did Einstein say, or like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over?
Yeah. When I snorted coke every day thinking I was going to get a different perspective, it's insanity. I get up every morning, I smoke pot. I don't think it's that insanity because I don't get the same result every day. I do. I get the result to get the fuck out of the house. That's my result from smoking pot at 7 in the morning. That it gets me out of the house by 8:30.
Well, let's play devil's advocate. Do you think, and I know, do you think your life you'd be any more productive? Anything would be more positive if you cut weed out?
Yes and no.
What would be better?
I don't think I'd be productive
Okay.
because it keeps my powder dry. I'm at a level right now, I'm not smoking pot because it's getting me high. I'm smoking pot, I'm using it like a fucking pacifier. Okay? Like when kids use a pacifier.
Right.
That's all I do with drugs. That's all I've ever done with drugs. Is there a pacifier? For me, weed is the last thing left from my past. It's
Right.
the last thing left from my past.
But you're unique because there are some people who, if they had the same past, doing a little bit of weed could like send them all the way back. Like, have you ever thought like, smoking weed might send you back to doing coke, or it's just not how you act?
No, that's pussy shit. That's pussy shit. That's excuses. Well, if I drink, I'll relapse. Then don't drink.
Right.
Then don't drink. I think for me, listen, the pot. Listen, I get pot that's 45%, and I barely get high. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
It's crazy.
You think I eat 500 milligrams? You see look what you look like on 5, and look what I look like on 5. It's not working.
That's
Somewhere
wild.
along the other night, I took 3 of those things.
Oh,
1,500, and I ate 2 fucking taffies. Okay, and all I got was munchies at night, but not even munchies where it was like my wife made Toll House cookies, and I ate 3 of them. It doesn't. But for me quitting, look, I can't breathe, and I won't quit smoking in the morning because it's the last thing I have of my past. It's the last thing I have as a reminder of what my life was. That's the last little piece. It's just me going to a weed store and smoking dope. Now, if I said I was going to Colombia and coming back with a kilo of coke because it was the last, I'm bullshitting you.
right.
I'm trying to turn. But this weed thing for me right now, after lunchtime when I smoke, nothing really happens. I get high for 10 minutes. And then if I took a break,
Right.
I'm already taking breaks. Nothing really happens.
But do you think you've also not come to terms with, but like you're okay with, okay, I'm okay with whatever, like if it hurts my breathing, I'll accept that. Because someone could say, well, if you're having trouble breathing, quit weed. And
But I had breathing problems without the weed. I quit the fuck. When I went from the hospital, I didn't smoke weed for a month and I still had problems. So I'm like, what are we doing here?
Right.
What the fuck is this? This is something different. This is anxiety-based. There's a valve in my heart. There's something that's not. I have a cyst in my heart that you have to watch every year. Like I've been watching it. They're supposed to watch it.
Okay.
And if it grows or whatever, I have a cyst in my heart. It could be anything that controls oxygen, stress. I know I got to pee. So I'm taking my dog. Did I tell you guys I took my dick out in the mall the other day and just started peeing?
No, you didn't.
Dog,
What do you mean in the mall?
listen to me. I was
Shoes.
walking through the mall and I had to pee. And I saw a sign for restrooms. So I followed that. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then when I get to the end of the hall, it's upstairs. And I had to fucking go up the escalator. When I made the sign on the downstairs, on the first floor of this mall, I'm not going to say the mall, because then people are going to arrest me. On the downstairs, it's just hard, tile, shiny tile. But upstairs, there's carpeting. So there's people walking back and forth, and I just went over to the fucking thing where you look down at the people. Dog, right there, I just took my dick out because it was going to explode. I had already peed my pants a little bit. I just took my dick out, and I could see it hitting the carpet. I'm looking around. Like
Isn't there
nothing.
glass on those things?
There's glass, but I didn't give a fuck. I had to pee. Enough with the walking. I just walked a mile 20 minutes after I saw a sign to pee. I'm about to bust, okay? I'm 62. My fucking thing is the size of a woman's fucking ear now. I gotta pee. And it turned, like I used to tell you, like when I jerk off, I hold the top until I get to the bathroom because I'm uncircumcised and it blows up like one of those snakes.
Right.
I hold the fucking thing and it blows up. That's how my dick was. I was holding it under the pants and I could feel the top exploding. I just took my dick out and it just hit the glass. And then it just started dripping. And I stood there, dog, and I'm like, these cameras are going to catch me. And I let the top go out, like, just to relieve me. And I put my pants back in. I looked down. I had a stain this big on my pants. I had to go out to the car and spray Febreze on my fucking pants. It smelled like old man piss. But I pissed right at the mall and then kept walking like nothing happened. And I was like, bro, they're going to call me like in a day. They're going to come to my house and go, Mr. Diaz, we need to talk to you. I haven't said nothing. Then I went to the same mall the next day. And I'm like...
Did you go up to see if it smelled up there?
Nah, I didn't even go to that side of the mall.
Can you imagine what the rug smells like?
My wife went to the mall with my daughter because I told her where to go get the Mercy's jacket. That's when she came back, I go, you know the second floor? She goes, yeah, it was. I go, did you ever find the bathroom? She goes, no, they put it. I go, that's why I took my dick out. She goes, no, you didn't. So I just took my dick out. When I took it out, the top of the snake, it just went, bah, and it hit the glass, and it was dripping down the glass. It was yellow. I don't get, dog, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. And I got that bottle in the car from my surgery, and every time I pee in it, I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
What do you mean every time you pee in it? How often are you peeing in the car?
Dog, there's times I got to pee twice on the ride down. Sometimes I just go behind the car, but I'm the best at peeing undercover. Like, nobody could even see me. I'll take the phone out. I'll look up at the ceilings.
Yeah, but you're going to get caught. You got to stop that.
I know, but I just don't do it close to a school because then they'll get me as a sexual predator. So I don't piss close to schools or 20 yards or nothing. I piss in malls. First of all, I open up both doors on my car. Okay?
That I think should be allowed. If you open up both doors,
and then I make believe I'm fixing the sunroof. And I'll pee. But sometimes I'll get on the thing where you step onto the car. I go, God damn it. So now there's like a little puddle there, pee in the thing.
Oh, my God. I do that on the highway. I love doing that.
It's fucking terrible, man, how much I have to pee. And it gives me anxiety. Like, the more I'm walking, I can't breathe. You guys see when I walk up these steps and get to the top, I got to pee. There's times I'll just take my dick out and make believe I'm reading something, like on the car, like that's it. I got to pee.
Have you ever thought about getting, like, the bags attached to you? It's better than taking your dick out at the mall.
I don't give a fuck at this point. I need some publicity before next August. I need to get some publicity before I go to Oceans.
That should be the name of your tour, like the peeing in public tour.
Oh, my God. I told my wife to take the water pills out. Like, that's what it is. I have enough going through me. They give me these water pills in the morning. Oh, my God. And if I go eat breakfast out, like if Mercy and Terry have to do something, and I eat breakfast out, then I don't eat the pills till I get back home about 11. Oh, and that's not good. I got a box. I pee at boxing back and forth. I got to take my gloves off. So by the time, then you got to touch your dick with glovey fucking hands, and they're mildewy, so I got to wash my hands first. And the whole time, I don't touch my dick with dirty hands.
What happened?
Never. I always wash my hands first.
Before you
And
go
if my hands are dirty, I got a towel in the car. Like a dirty, evil car into the back seat, and I touch my dick with the towel so my hands aren't dirty and I don't get a disease on my dick. I don't want my dick to have COVID. And then I got to fucking shoot it on its own. It's got a little mask on. You know what I'm saying?
You could kind of make the egg roll, like the thing, into a mask if you wanted.
Fuck, man.
Dude, no one prepares like you. You have a hand towel for when you pee in your car?
I had no choice. If I'm with somebody, I don't want to have pee on my hand. I got fucking cleaner in my car, that antiseptic for your hand.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Febreze. Sometimes I put on brand new pants. They're brand new. It's like 10 in the morning and I pee all over them. I'm like, God fucking damn it. Now I got to go home and wear another fucking pair of pants for Bocce or whatever the fuck, because I hate having pee fucking pants.
Has it ever happened on stage where you had to pee like that?
Oh, like a motherfucker.
Really?
And I hold it in. From now on, I'll call a timeout though. I'll pee right on the side of that stage. I don't give a fuck who's there if I got to pee. That's just the way it is. Let the cat clean it up.
Oh, my God. Let the cat clean it up.
You pee too all the time? Go pee. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go pee. Bro, I sympathize now. People used to go, I got to pee. Hold it. Not no more. That shit is fucking brutal, man. It's really brutal. I got to go to a urologist to do something, but my prostate is good.
Yeah, the fact that it's coming out that fast, like I've started to see like a decline in the pee strength, a little bit.
Well, what are you gonna fucking do? You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea.
It's been a good couple of weeks though. I feel good. I mean, I'm a little scared about my breathing. So I have an appointment next week, but I think I'm just going to drive myself to the hospital one day this week and start the process all over again because this is going to get bad. Somewhere it's going to get bad. I had it here during the football games. There was one football game. I was sitting here I could not breathe. I'm like, this is not good. And I got to walk up those stairs at night.
Do the inhalers help at all or not really?
Again, they're a fucking pacifier. That's the name of my new book, The Pacifier, because that's all this is. We're just pacifying our ways for fucking years. That's all I'm doing right now.
Fuck. Yeah, you've been saying it for a little bit that your breathing's been off. That sucks, dude.
It's been off since like mid-August again. It was doing great for like 4 or 5 months. Great. I was rolling 2 or 3 times at jiu-jitsu. Now I can't do shit. I haven't even been to jiu-jitsu. I'll do a private with Sean, but I can't go to class because I don't want to tell people that you got to stop.
Do you have that problem doing stand-up breathing? Because breathing during stand-up is a huge if I couldn't breathe.
No, it's weird. When I do stand-up, I've been so programmed to breathe, and you just understand breathing more when you're doing stand-up. It's unconscious for me. Like if I'm around here, I have to worry about breathing. I have to think about it. When I hit the bag, I have to hit with intention and breathing. When I do stand-up, I don't even think about it. It's just your heart, just whatever. It's just second nature. What do you got for shows this week? Anything good?
This week, I'm with you on Wednesday at the Dojo, and then Friday and Saturday, I'm at Roar in Springfield, Massachusetts, and Sunday, I'm at Laugh Boston.
Look at you.
Oh, yeah. And then stuff in New York coming up, but that's this week.
This week, yeah. Wednesday, we got Dojo. The following Thursday, we got the Bucket Show at the Dojo. And then I think I take a week off for Halloween. We don't know what we're going to do yet. Then the following week, I'm in MGM Grand, but that Wednesday, I'm at the Stress Factory as a warm-up show. So I'm doing that just to keep warming up in front of audiences. November 5th is the Stress Factory. November 8th is D.C. So if you're not doing anything and you're in the D.C. area, swing by. Tickets are available and they're cheap. If you're not doing anything in Jersey, November 5th, come on out. There's no school that week.
No?
No. That's why I'm going to D.C. that week, because fucking the 8th is, wow. The 8th is my mother's 46th year of being dead.
That's like the day she passed?
Yeah, the November 8th. And that's the week that you don't have school.
Right.
It just falls on a Saturday this year. It's also election week that year, right? So it's election the 4th, and so we got nothing.
You'll be peeing all over Washington, D.C.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't.
Peeing at the Washington Memorial.
I can't fucking. Like I said, the casino is only 20 minutes from the D.C. So my daughter and my wife are going. The lady who was in charge of that fucking place used to work with my wife.
Cool.
My wife called her the other day to see if she could get a room, and she goes, "You come on Wednesday. I want to see you anyway. Come Wednesday. I'll put you in a suite, the whole fucking deal." But she said that when the guy told her, these are the offers we got for this year, she goes, there was like 6 comics I wasn't going to bring. She goes, when I saw your name, I brought you in here. I don't even give a fuck if you sell a ticket. I just brought you here to bring your wife. So
perfect.
It was perfect. So
they'll come down? They're coming down?
Yeah, they're going down on Wednesday because they want to, I'll be alone
on
Wednesday, thank God, for 2 days. But they want to go down just to DC shit.
And I say it all the time. It's so crazy to me. Like, Mercy looks at my Instagram stories now, and then she's like stealing your phone and going on Instagram. She's at the bar posting.
That was, guys, I got a call from my wife about 10:15 Friday night. She goes, "Joey, the girls are outside playing softball in the dark under the lights. They don't want to come in." I go, "Why do they have to come in?" She goes, "Well, it's 10:30 at night. Who gives a fuck? They got no school tomorrow. Let them play."
Right.
Let them play. When I pulled up, all those girls were under the lights because it was dark in my neighborhood. They're playing catch under the light and stimulating, fucking stealing third or whatever.
That's cool.
And I pull up and I go, "Ladies, what the hell are you guys doing?" And they're like, "We're practicing, Mr. Diaz." I go, "Get in the house. I'm taking you out for a cocktail." Dog, those girls ran in that house. Ran in that house. I said, "You got 10 minutes." I thought they were going to wash up. They came down looking like, what's that show with the 4 hookers in the city?
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City. All of them had mascara on and tight pants and shirts, and their hair was up.
They were ready.
Ladies, where you guys going? And the one little Jew girl was like, we're going to Osteria. Blah, 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 blah. And I get there, and like it was Friday, and it's after fucking 9. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go in there and put them at the bar. Let me go put them at the table, and then somebody will ask, and I'll bring them over. My little Jew girl looked at me. She goes, I ain't sitting at no table. Not the Russian Jew, the Jew girl. She goes, I ain't sitting at no table, Uncle Joey. I'm going to the bar to have a drink. I go. And also my daughter got up, and the Mexican was pouring water for them, and they just got up, dog, and walked up. The Mexican's like, where you guys going? They went to the bar. I ordered them cakes. They have the best chocolate cake there. They have the best chocolate decadence with like ice cream and fruit.
Nice.
Oh, my God, and homemade whipped cream. I got 4 of them.
Ooh, cakes and a Shirley Temple.
And I got them all sodas with cherries in them.
Yeah.
And then I stepped away, and I left them alone. And I watched them for 20 minutes, and it was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life. You'd think they were like Madame Fifi. They were taking the cherries and popping them in their mouths and eating the chocolate. And then I got them in the car, and it was like fucking, I wanted to crash the car because they were all talking about different things all at the same time. It's like cocaine. You see it. You fucking see it with kids. When you give them sugar, they go off the fucking deep end. And I took them home, and when we got home, they're like, we had such a good time, Mr. Diaz. We're going again tomorrow night. And I'm like, okay. And then at the bar, her phone died. That's why, because she goes, leave your dad, leave your phone. I have to call Mom real quick and ask her a question, because Mom said to bring her a dessert. I didn't know what dessert.
Right.
That's what she was doing. What is it called? Underrated?
Underage at the bar.
Part 3, yes.
Just posting stories. Yeah, she's funny on Instagram. She put up a story the other day. She's like, who wants to DoorDash me food?
Oh, yeah, she was at school. She was at rehearsal at playing the bass, and she didn't bring fucking food. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I see the story, and I go, you dumb bitch, I told you to bring fucking a sandwich. I told you to bring something. Now, when I picked her up that day, she's like, I'm starving, Dad. We gotta go.
I love it. And it's only going to get crazier.
It's only going to get crazier.
Once she starts driving.
Oh, I've been bothering her lately to drive.
Really? And she doesn't want to do it?
She's got to learn now. Who wants to learn when they're fucking 17? I'm going to teach her in that truck.
Oh, and you're going to just turn her into the Uber driver.
Yeah, so when she gets a smaller car, she'll know.
Oh.
I could put her in that truck. That truck will have 200,000 miles by the time she's fucking. I'll save that truck. I bought that truck.
Right.
So I'll just give it to her. Let her bang people with that fucking truck. Let her cut off a motherfucker with that truck. You're not going to teach her in a Honda. Teach her in that truck, and she sees a bigger vehicle and then a smaller vehicle.
Yeah.
She'll react a lot better. But that's it, man. It's just another fucking fun week. This is my time of the year. Fucking 2 more weeks after Halloween. It goes fast. And again, I'm not going to remind you motherfuckers, we're probably down to 10 Mondays before Halloween. That's it.
Before Halloween, less.
Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Before
Probably
Christmas.
got 10 Mondays to Christmas, so you motherfuckers better get it together. It's going to be a hard year. People, 10 Mondays. People are already holding on to shit. I mean, think about it. They don't even talk about Halloween. Nobody's even talked about Halloween.
The candy's already out.
Yeah, but who's eating
Goddamn
them?
I am.
Oh, I know.
I love that fucking. Dude, they put it out in fucking July. That's the biggest scam.
CVS, a diabetic factory. CVS. Yeah. You love all that shit. That shit's so bad now. When we were kids, Oreos were okay. Now, God knows what's on. They don't even get soft in milk. They're like something's in there. But anyway, who gives a fuck about Oreos? I love you, motherfucker.
Love you, buddy.
You have a good week. And I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of our lives again. And that's it. Tip top Magoo, motherfuckers. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.